buddy.
Thanks for inviting me to your lunch meeting.
It's this says Lanch party, Kevin. It
What's
is
that,
a
dude?
birthday, period. Statement of fact.
Not even an exclamation point. Why is your Trump flag just hanging over there? Not really flying high and proud.
Dan, that is a very good question. My mom just gave that to me recently, actually. It's there because I was flattening it out. She gave it to me and I kind of rushed in here to put it away, and then I was flattening it out to hang it up when I figure out how I want to do it. But have you seen? Well, no, my mom took the pictures of, I think I sent Blove an invite, her and Harry with Trump, and blew them up. But like, I don't know what the dimensions are, but it's relatively big. And so I'm gonna have one of the walls downstairs to be like the Trump flag, and then those positioned one way or another.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
You already have one Trump flag downstairs, all right?
Yeah, I do. I have the 2020.
That one, the
Yeah.
2024.
This one's 2024. It says Save America. Well, no, take America back.
You got 2020 and 24. I like that.
Well, so the good thing is when Trump gets reinstated in August, I'll just put the 2020 flag up because that'll be most accurate. And then I'll put that one away for his next run. Wait, can they go 3 times?
No.
Twice?
I thought, well, is it twice consecutive or twice total?
It's supposed to be twice total, but I think is that even really, someone put that in the law, I think in like the 20s. So I think you can just make a law against it.
That's what the Democrats want to do. They just want to make a new bunch of laws.
You can just make a law against whatever the hell you want nowadays.
I mean, make a petition. Let's go. What are we doing?
Go, what's the change.org? Isn't that what they're always doing petitions on?
For sure.
Yeah, it's for the White House.
Love, where were you at today? The reception was awful. I was trying to talk to Pones and it was like super choppy and wasted time.
Dan, I accidentally called Weston when I was swimming around today. I was at Blue Springs.
I saw your stories. The water looks amazing.
It was a little shallower than normal, but it was actually very clear, even though it was raining like most of the day.
Huh.
But it was nice. When we were in there, it wasn't raining when we were in there per se, but like right before and then afterwards, it was raining. But we stayed and we cooked out and stuff. It's really not that bad in the rain.
If you're swimming around, then who cares about some rain? Make it more fun.
Yeah.
Right. It was lightning at some point, but it went away.
Bluff like calls me, so I call him back, and he's got fucking like goggles on and shit. He's like, you want me to take you under? I was like, well, hell yeah. And so he gets everything situated. He starts to dive, and immediately connection is not good enough or whatever it said.
It makes sense.
Immediately.
Yeah, I was right over
the underwater.
Wi-Fi doesn't work in water, huh? Or cell service doesn't work underwater.
No. Wish it was like on mine, it was showing at least for like the first 5 seconds and then it cut out.
That would have been enough. That would have been enough to make my day just to see you answer the phone with the goggles on.
Right.
He's like, guess where I'm at? In the water. I don't know. You look like you're having fun though. It was beautiful.
Did you guys go there or no? Have you guys been there?
I can't remember.
I feel like we went. Maybe just Bat. I took Bat.
I know Bat's been. I thought that you took Weston and Stevie someplace before, like the last time that we were all there, and we went and stayed at that one house on the beach.
Was that where
you got there first, and then Megan and I came a couple days later?
We might have went there.
Love, we saw those fish that were like massive.
Yeah, dude. The same thing today. They were so big. Those, like, the video does not do it justice. But dude, those fish were literally like almost 4 feet long.
That's crazy.
They were
literally just sit there. Like they're just minding their own business. So.
Yeah, they're just chilling.
Yeah.
That current was super strong today though.
Do you just float, or do you just float down the river like and just enjoy yourself, or are you like
Essentially.
in it, swimming around and stuff?
I swim around, but like I haven't been swimming or doing much cardio, so it's a little hard. You can't stay under very long.
Start breathing heavy, panicking.
Meatheads
Not
don't float.
necessarily panicking, but it's just like I can't stay down for long. I have to come back up, and then if I'm constantly going up and down, then I hold my breath at some point for like 5 seconds. So I gotta go back up.
So did you walk all the way down the whatever it's called, like the deck? Where
Yeah, we went to the top part. So we just went where you get in the water. Then we went over to the top part where the big hole is.
right.
The hole is like 200 feet deep, and it just goes straight down. And there's like a big tree that lays over the top. So I got a good. That's what I was trying to take you, Weston. I was over there, and I was trying to dive down in there, but kept cutting out. But it's just a giant hole, and there's a tree that lays over the top, and then you can kind of look down. I got some good video of it, but that's about it.
Yeah, I probably told you this on that trip, but when we were there and I swam down to where the hole was like opened up, I don't know how far I got in, not very. My head felt like it was gonna explode. There was like pressure on like my nose, my eyeballs, and everything. I'd never felt anything like it.
If you go down slow enough, does that not happen?
I don't know. I had no idea what
You
I was
s-
doing.
You have to blow out and decompress.
Decompress. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you just blow out your nose.
So
Mm.
it's just this spring,
Pressure.
right? It's just this spring that's like shallow, like what was in your videos today, in your stories today. But then you get to the mouth of the spring, and that's
Yeah.
just a big fucking hole. And
Essentially.
it's just deep and dark and scary. But
With
you
this
can go down it.
massive tree in it, and then the further you look down, it just goes black. Like you can't see the bottom. So you're waiting for some creature to come crawling out.
That's so spooky.
I know when I go down there, I'm like thinking about a gator. I'm like, there's got to be a gator in here somewhere, just chilling, just waiting.
I'm fearing worse than a gator.
Who knows what's down there? 200 feet? That's so far.
Yeah, I don't know because the water pressure, like it shoots out pretty hard. So like that's where the water comes, and you can feel it. That's where the current starts. So I don't know how far the scuba divers dive down there.
Mhm.
So I don't know. We should be able to do it, I would think.
Get some gear.
Yeah,
I'm
I would
surprised you
love
don't
to
already.
look scuba there
I'm surprised you don't already have everything.
for scuba.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
It's got to be expensive. I don't know.
It kind of is. Yeah, yeah. I was actually looking at like a professional like goggle set, and if you get one for scuba, I saw one that was like $900. I'm like, come on,
What?
just for the goggles.
What?
Huh.
Because it was like over the head, it
anti-fog,
had like a mouth hole.
anti-pressure, and like
Well,
oxygen.
it's
fed.
gotta-
Yeah,
it's
I
gotta be
think that was a
pretty
good
cool.
set. That was a good.
Microphone in it.
Well,
headphones
you're
in it.
Probably
dude.
not.
If you got
I don't
shit
know.
equipment like scuba diving, you can die. You know, like you definitely want to not skimp out on paying for the good stuff.
Thanks. But when I went, I didn't have that. I just had goggles, and then I had like a mouthpiece. The one I was looking at had like it was all connected, and there was like a hole that you connect your hose to. So it's just automatic there. So you have to, if you're scuba diving, you kind of have to hold it in your mouth if you don't have like the full headset. So I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be good. It was $900.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just for that too.
Well,
Can't imagine anything else.
after XRP hits $100, you won't need to worry about it anymore. You can go buy yourself some.
That's for sure. And a boat.
That's true. You don't need anybody to take you out. You just go off on your own boat, find a nice spot, throw the anchor down, jump off.
That's
for
right.
treasure.
Dude, one
There's
of my
stuff.
old clients is in the Keys right now, and she's posting a lot of pictures on Instagram, and it's so nice there. She's out by this, I want to say a lighthouse that's like pretty far out, but they always go out there and they like dive and they fish and everything, and it's just so pretty. The crystal blue water. Amazing.
Where at in the Keys? Is that so? That's like the chain of islands down there.
Yeah. I think she was at Isla Morada, which is like halfway through the Keys, but the further south you go, the clearer it is.
That Caribbean's so nice. Caribbean waters, you can't really beat it.
Have you been to the Keys, Glove?
Yeah, we went. We were there last year
I thought so.
for Sonia's birthday.
What up, bud?
We'll be in Treasure Island this year. We're
What's
going in a
Sonia's
couple
birthday?
weeks.
July 7th, right?
The 6th.
6th. July 6th.
6th.
6.
Zion, you handsome fella. Stevie said he's full grown. She's not. She's messing with me, right?
Yeah, no way. He's too young.
He's got, I mean, he's like, he stands next to Blue, he stands next to Gronk. Like, he's not as big as them, but he's not a pup anymore, you know?
I mean,
Right.
technically,
He's only a few
he
months
is.
old.
I think she's in denial. She just doesn't like want to accept that he's gonna get any bigger because she wants him to go back to be a little puppy again.
So she wasn't messing with me. She was like, that was her true feeling. She's like, I already feel like he's full size and she's sad or something. Because
Yeah.
I said that, I was like, no way. You gotta be kidding me. And she didn't answer.
No, he's a big boy though. He was 52 pounds last
Nice.
Thursday,
Damn. How old is he?
about 7 months.
Yeah. He's got another year to be full grown. We'll be
I don't know, man, because we're trying to figure out when we're gonna neuter him. They say if you do it soon enough, they won't start lifting their legs to piss on things, which I would prefer if he wasn't running around pissing all over things. Cause like when dogs do that, it's kind of annoying. Blue, he got his cut off at, I think it was like close to 8 months. And I've heard a range. I don't know who's right, but there's a certain amount of time you need to give them for their like bones and their growth plates and shit to come in. So I know he has at least probably 2 months of growing. Maybe more. I don't know how it goes, but what I hear of consensus wise, 8 months is pretty like standard for enough time to have all that develop, but not too soon. And still be able to have them not fucking lift their legs to piss.
What's wrong with that?
Then they piss on the flowers and all over like
They try to go everywhere.
bushes and fences, and it's like, what the fuck? So Blue
That's just-
squats to pee. What?
That's just a habit they develop out of
Yes.
nowhere. When they
No,
get
it's a
they don't like learn it.
it's a dominance thing.
They like marking their territory.
Yeah,
Like,
they're turning alpha. So if you cut them before they're too alpha, it doesn't become a habit that they're already used to, even though their hormone levels aren't still raging.
So it's like spraying. Yeah, it's like spraying, not peeing, when they lift their leg. I always thought it was just peeing, but that makes sense.
No, I mean they're peeing. That's pee coming out.
I mean, well, it's pee coming out, but it's not to pee, it's to spray.
Dude, Gronk pisses on everything. And anytime that Zion pees on the ground, he has to go over and pee on it.
Yeah,
Like,
does he lift his leg to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gronk will piss on everything.
Does Zion still pee on himself when he gets super excited?
Sometimes. It's way less rare than for a while. It was like all the time. It's like, dude, come on.
But every time before I left, every time I saw Zion, he got so excited. He was like shivering and groaning, and then he'd roll on his back and just pee everywhere.
Dude,
Pee on my shoes, pee on his chest.
It'd be like
no way.
a water fountain that has too
It
much.
got to the point where like I couldn't greet Zion in the house because he would pee. So like they made sure I was outside. I was outside still, and then let him
No
out.
way.
So in Zion's defense, we would get him super hyper when people would come over. We'd like talk him up and be like, who is it? Who's here to see you? And then so he got really pumped up. And he got to the point that he'd start pissing like it was like a fountain shooting out. And either like the person would get peed on or he'd get peed on or like, but he hasn't been doing that, which is nice. Every once in a while.
That's wild.
It's amazing how excited dogs can get to see somebody that they'll pee on themselves. That's what I'm gonna do. XRP hits $100.
Pee on
piss
yourself?
myself.
I'll pee on you too.
So let's all pee on each other.
Dude, I I don't. My game plan's been derailed for XRP though. That's why I wanted to talk to you, Bluff.
What do you mean?
Because originally, so like we talked about it back in the day on how to set up your limit orders, right? That was like when XRP's price was still like above $1.70 or something. But that's back when Blockchain Backer was saying that XRP is going to hit like $10 to $13. So that's what we were talking about, right? But now it seems that, and Blockchain Backer still says that, but other analysts that I watch are saying like by the end of the year, it could be anywhere between $150 and $200 by the end of the year.
Yeah, right.
So now I'm like,
I'm prepared for that.
Dude, I don't see the point in selling anything under, let's say, 300, because $300 before taxes, that's $1 million for me. So that's been my number of, all right, it's at least gonna get to that because I'm not missing the money by now. That money's just sitting there. So I'll chill on that and let it hit 300 or more. I don't care how long it takes.
But you got to think long term too. Like you don't want to get rid of this completely because in 10, 15 years from now, like it could be worth an ass load.
Now it would be fun to sell some.
10,
well, of course, yeah.
15,000 in 10 years.
Yeah, so that's what,
dude.
My strategy includes keeping a vast majority of it. I'm only going to sell like 30%, 35% of my total.
Bluff, how many are you up to now?
Just like 32.5, I think 32,500.
It's quite a bit.
Yeah, so I'm only gonna get rid of like a handful.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit on those.
Change. Well, I have 2,000 that they're in Coinbase, so they're untouchables. So that's like the savings.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll wait for that one. I'll hold that for 10 plus years. But then that means that I have little like 6,500 to play with, and even then I don't want to sell all those either. But I want that money,
right?
Like 8.
Well, we'll be able to...
So like, but at this point, when like if you're just talking about $10, it's like, yeah, that it seems like nothing in comparison, like to, if it's gonna hit 150 by the end of the year,
it's possible.
I'll just hold on to it a little bit longer. Even if 150 is not possible, even if it's like 75, but just half that, that's still an ass load for it just even 1,000 coins. So, and that's only 16% of what I have.
Well, exactly. So that's why it's important to have a strategy. So, I mean, I would definitely hold on to some long term, but like that 10 to 13 too, I'm also planning on to, like, if it drops down heavily after that, to buy back most of what I sold at a lot lower price. So still have profit out of all that too as well. But I honestly, dude, this technology, it's literally just starting. It's like the internet boom. So like 20 years from now, it's going to be worth so much money that it's worth holding on to a good chunk of it long term.
There's Bitcoin cash for sure.
Well, that's why I bought other stuff too. I bought other stuff for the main reason of selling it and trying to hold on to my XRP more. I'm looking at
Algo. We'll see how Algorand goes. Algorand, XLM, and XRP are kind of tightly wound. So I'm gonna wait for the bear market to get into Algo, but I have the XLM. I got a little bit of ADA too.
I think that's a good choice.
And then
ADA.
Just one, and then one BCH. But I was gonna flip that BCH. I was gonna wait for the high price for that, get that BCH, cash that out, and turn that into ADA and Algo.
What do you want for that? 10K?
To cash.
10K for
yeah, I'm looking at that because we talked last time about like most of these coins are hitting like 3 or 4 times their previous all-time high, and that would mean like 3 times would be 12K for Bitcoin Cash. But it didn't get anywhere close to that yet, and so a lot of the other ones got close to their all-time high.
For the SEC case too, they just pushed back. So the SEC had a motion to extend their discovery period. So they're like still investigating all this other stuff. So they're trying to get information from like businesses, companies that XRP worked with. The judge granted the extension, I think today, and it adds another 60 days to discovery. So that's when I guess they go in front of the court and they kind of put out what they found and like lay out their arguments there. So now the goalposts are kind of pushed for the case towards mostly like the end of the year, essentially, unless there's at some point there's a settlement. But that just happened today or yesterday. So
What does that mean for the
Fuck.
price then?
I don't know.
Means you'll probably go down some more, you think?
I would just, I mean, yeah, but I don't
What
think
did
it'll
they-
explode like super high.
What are they talking about?
It can still move. It's moved a lot.
What's
that?
Where are they at in that case right now?
They're pissing time. This is what they're doing. The SEC.
Like,
They're like they haven't even really brought all the information in front of the court. They've been doing everything like before. So that's why I'm saying like the 60-day period that they just got granted is for the SEC to have more time to put together like their investigation, so that
So they've
they come
really
to the
done
court with
nothing.
like a solid
It's been 5 months, 6 months.
kind of, yeah, more or
It's like-
less. I mean, they've been going back and forth like
dude, courts
trying to
are,
figure
courts are
things
so
out.
stupid. The court process is so stupid.
Yeah, because you can keep pushing that shit on and on and on, and that's what they're doing.
So the price can keep moving in the market, you know, like
Right.
following Bitcoin, whatever Bitcoin does. So it can keep doing that. But once that, you know, if that case settles in a good way for XRP, then really the limit can be taken off. of it,
Yeah.
right?
That and like last bull run, Coinbase was still, or I'm sorry, XRP was still not like on that many exchanges. I don't think it was on Coinbase yet in the 2017, 2018 run. So it's possible that it can still make big numbers without, you know, with that case going on. Things can still happen.
Why doesn't
Yeah,
Coinbase?
I guess
have
depending on the outcome of the case, depend a lot of the explosion too.
What's up?
Does Coinbase not have?
Question?
Does Coinbase not have it because you can use like a credit card or a debit card bank account for it, and opposed to BitTrue that you have to use crypto to buy it? Is that why XRP is on BitTrue and on Coinbase?
Coinbase, I think Coinbase's biggest thing is that now it's publicly traded. So remember when that happened like a couple months ago? I think in February maybe it became publicly traded.
Right.
So for them, and as the XRP is under the investigation as a security, so like they don't want to get in trouble for selling a non-registered security. And I guess BitTrue just don't care. I don't know. It might not be. BitTrue might be out of the U.S. I'm not 100% sure, but that would make sense. Because remember too, this only is in the U.S. and it doesn't affect like the rest of the world. The rest of the world can still do whatever they want with XRP. This is just U.S. that this stuff's happening. And the vast majority of Ripple's connections or like what banks they're working with and stuff is outside the U.S. There's still a lot of good stuff.
There's not a whole lot to worry about as far as price goes. It's going to keep going up. It's going to keep doing its thing.
Right.
It just might be a little bit, maybe a little bit capped.
Yeah, I
a
feel
little
like
bit because of the lawsuit.
seems like put a ceiling on it.
Well, let me ask you, do you believe in the technology?
I mean,
And
so
XRP.
what I see the technology is that it costs 0.0003 cents and 3 to 5 seconds to send basically any type of payment over. And there's a certain amount of transactions it can do per second.
Yeah.
Which is pretty substantial.
It's pretty
And
significant.
they're saying that in a few years, XRP would be in a single day handling, or maybe, well, I forget what the time frame is, but they're going to be eventually be handling trillions of dollars through their system. So it's pretty
Right.
substantial. And then they have like over 150 banks that they're working with across the world or something like that. So that I don't understand the technology, but I mean, all that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
sounds like that's what the world is
So
talking
you
about.
got most of it
Efficient.
pretty spot on. It's super efficient. So you got most of it pretty spot on. But the other thing is that it settles in the like up to 5 seconds, the 2 to 3 or 2 to 5 seconds. It will settle a payment versus banks right now, like on wire transfers, like pending transactions. So you go to the bank or you go to the gas station, you run your card, it's a pending transaction for a day or two, something like that. Whereas XRP is like instant. So the money, yeah. So this is like instant direct, like it's gonna happen right away. So there's a lot that can change with that too. Like people
But what
get
about
paid
what
like
are
on a
happening
daily
with the
basis.
payments that aren't like that? Like I have payments all the time that go directly on my credit card, like right after I buy them. What's going on with those?
Well, what you mean, credit card or
My debit
do
card.
you mean like debit card? I'm not sure, honestly, couldn't tell you. But like the main reason for XRP, they're cross-border remittances. That was like their number one goal out of the gate. And that takes like days to like weeks to settle because you're changing from currency to another currency. So like the correspondence between the bank and like within that time period, the dollar can fluctuate. So and it makes it extremely volatile, and that makes it not safe because you could send 100,000 and then by the time it gets to somebody else, maybe it's only worth like 95,000 or something like that. Versus if you use XRP, you can send it to them directly in 2 to 3 seconds, and they have the 100,000. Like it's highly scalable, and because of that transaction speed and instant settlement, it is less volatile than using the actual dollar, which is big. And so like the Ripple's technology that they use for it, the Ripple net, the XRPL, the ledger, that any coin can go on there. So you can take XLM on there, you can take Bitcoin Cash, you can take Bitcoin, you put Ethereum on there. So like it's not that significant. I want to say special,
Like
rather.
sensitive.
Like anybody can put their stuff on there. It's just that XRP is the most efficient. Like it's going to move the fastest. So it's going to cost the less.
What you're saying
like-
is the more what you're saying is the more the country gets fucked up and inflation increases, crypto becomes more practical because the US dollar isn't
Yeah, that's part of it.
consistent with their value.
That's part of it. That's part of the reason why it's going up anyway. It's just think your dollar just purchases less. So just your dollar is just losing value, and that causes the increase in price. That's one thing. Just like lumber prices went up. So just think of XRP as the same thing as lumber. Same kind of concept.
Lumber costs more than silver right now.
Is that switching though? Is that coming back down?
What?
I was about to watch a video the other day or earlier today before I got busy. But they were talking about like the lumber crashing back down and the housing prices starting to crash back down.
I hope so. I'm trying to buy properties for rentals and stuff like that with Hannah. So I hope housing costs go back down.
Did you understand what I said about the BlackRock thing?
Yes. Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, we've kind of did we talk about that? Like it's hard we found that it's difficult to get any type of apartment at least, and then sublease that apartment in downtown Dallas because they have big companies that come in and take like multiple floors and multiple units from these gigantic buildings, skyscraper buildings of residencies, and then they just do business with them. So basically these cities that are like, they have full growth, they have their business the way they want it, right? They have their economy the way they want it. Now they want to set it in place so that the rich stay rich and they don't have any competition is what I'm saying. Yeah. So you have all these big businesses that are trying to do what we're doing, which is rental arbitrage, right? And then but we can't do it. We can't compete because they're so big. So we have to start much, much smaller and like lesser known towns that are going to be cheaper where we can work with other independents instead of corporations working with corporations. Like a corporation is not going to work with an individual like us basically at this point. And that's where Dallas and Fort Worth is at. So
makes sense.
I was just listening to a podcast today. I was talking about that, and like you're buying it to make profit off it, but this guy was saying how a big problem right now is like his example was 28, 29, 30-year-olds that are trying to buy their first house, they can't get one because the big guy's coming in and buying them. And then
Yeah, that's not BlackRock.
then they have to go rent, and then they're pissing money away more and more, which is what they've been trying not to do, and because they're trying to buy a house.
Yeah,
And,
Yeah,
that's
dude,
why it's hard. You gotta buy dumps. You gotta find like diamond in the rough type things, which sucks. Like, and
Well,
if,
that's
if you're buying
stupid.
a house for the first time, you're not gonna be very good at it, you know. But these people with just crap tons of money can go and pay $100,000 over asking price, and
Right.
doesn't cost anything to them, right?
Right.
They're
They
still
can just
gonna make-
outbid anyone.
Well, the BlackRock thing is even more like messed up because they're getting like bailed out or subsidies from the government, which is essentially our tax money. So they're outbidding you with your own money.
Yeah, Robert Kiyosaki was talking about that with his guy, and so that's the Rich Dad Poor Dad guy. So they get, I don't know what a subsidy is, but basically what they're saying is they use free money. So they go to the
Taxes.
bank, and they go to, and that's how they can make millions and millions of dollars and not pay taxes legally, because the government rewards that system. The government rewards a system of people with millions of dollars. How come we got a timer left? Do you set a timer? Hang on one second. I'll be
No.
right back.
I think it I'm not doing that right now. I think it only gives you so many free Zoom sessions that are past 50 minutes before it makes you upgrade it and wants money. So we've been doing it without a limit because the pro version or whatever doesn't have a cap on how long you can have a session, but right now it's telling me, probably you too, that we have 9 minutes and 23 seconds.
I don't see anything like that.
That's strange that Dan saw it, but you didn't. Yeah, that's
Where
okay.
he-
We said an hour, so that'd be pretty close.
Okay.
40 minutes.
What the hell is he doing?
Probably went to go beat his meat.
That's awesome.
Well, at least he didn't do it on camera. Like
Did you go? What wedding did you go to the other day?
one of Stevie's childhood friends.
Okay.
It
was
was
down at the Packard. Where we had prom?
no, it was at that barn out in Goodfield that they do. I think they
Oh,
used
okay.
to do plays, but now it's mostly weddings. That's where Ford had his wedding. So I was familiar with it. It was pretty fun. Good time. It was hotter than hell. Like the most uncomfortable I've been sitting at a wedding. Like sweat just rolling down my back. I'm like looking at the front of my shirt, and it's got like huge dark spots from where I'm sweating. It was,
Nice clothes suck so bad to sweat in.
yeah, man, I have, because like I just got a suit, so like I wanted to wear it, but I just had a t-shirt under it. So I was like, all right, like the jacket, how bad could it be? I took it off immediately when I got there and put it on the back of my chair, and I was just in my t-shirt fucking dying.
Damn.
Any nice clothes are hot.
Why was it so hot then?
Dude,
Was
I
it
don't know.
inside?
It was, no, not in there, it was outside.
Okay.
Who got married?
Her name is Kristen Davis, which is one of Stevie's friends from Delavan.
Oh.
Who like they don't have obviously nothing was wrong between them, but I guess they didn't talk like a ton anymore, but they still do talk. So it was just like a childhood friend. But yeah, we got done. Stevie's like, let's Irish goodbye. I was like, okay.
That's the best.
You just go.
Yeah,
You just head out.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So we stayed there almost the whole time. We figured it was gonna end at 10.
We're
and
back. We're back.
You say what?
Fergie's wedding in September.
It's waiting in September.
Fergie.
It says my connection will stay.
Yeah, his wedding in September.
Yeah, ours was in September. Both of you guys are
Okay.
frozen. All right, now you're moving again, unless you're glitching. I'm a snake.
No, Fergie's is the 24th.
Oh, Fergie's. Yeah, dude, I could not hear what you were saying. Fergie's is
I think
coming
it's the
up.
same. Isn't that the same day you had yours?
No, she's
24?
no. We're 27. Or
27.
26.
Okay.
So yeah, 2 days off.
26.
Yeah, y'all keep making me come back.
We should
Um,
you come back and celebrating other people. It's beside yourself.
Yeah, it's dumb. I'm done with it.
Well, that's what you get for moving away.
My older brother's moving. I guess he's gonna move in with my parents
Oh, nice.
in North Carolina.
Did all his
Your
health
parents
stuff
still
get?
living in Florida?
¿Qué pasa?
Did all his
He's
health
doing-
stuff get worked out?
I mean, like, nah, yes and no. I mean, it's not like it's gonna be like that forever, but he's not in a bad place, I guess. I don't know. He's getting disability now, so he's not really stressing about money or anything. That's not an issue anymore. So
One less thing to worry about.
right. Now he's gotta worry about living.
Got the peace of mind now. Has he been living in Peoria still this whole time?
Yeah, he's lived in the same place for like 5 years or so. Probably more than that, really. When I was there.
North Carolina's a good place to be.
Yeah, he's just all mad because he's not. I don't know. They don't have legal weed there, so
Well, you can't blame him.
Yeah.
Being a little upset.
it might be changing. I don't know. I don't know how
Where-
they are over there, but
Where's Braden at?
he's living with my parents right now too. So he gave up. He quit school. He gave up on that. He's trying to move down here by the end of the year, though.
He
So he
just
wants to
get,
be
he just
in the area.
he just didn't want to go to school anymore. How many years did he finish?
3 maybe.
What?
2 to 3, 2, 3.
Dude,
Something like that.
if it's 3, that's stupid for not just hammering out.
He might
one
have-
year.
It might have been 2. I don't know.
Schools,
Three
for
sound-
schools, man.
More accurate.
No, but if you're gonna get 3 years through it, you might as well just do it. Like you don't
I'm
have
with you there. But I think he changed his major too a couple times. So this is like credits weren't lining
Dude,
up.
that kills people.
Yeah, they messed with me too. I lost the whole semester.
That's
Well, it's
so fucked. Like the time and the money that's lost.
Yeah, I paid a lot for it.
College is a little bit of a scam in that regards. Like the fact that
Oh, 100%.
you're not like
At
set
this
up.
point in time, 100% at this point in time.
And you're
College.
not even guaranteed anything. You're guaranteed
No.
except for hardship.
Yeah. Pay back your loans. You're guaranteed to pay back your loans over a long period of time.
It's I was talking to Bat the other day. He's still in the interviewing process. He's like, yeah, I'll give it a few more tries, but if nothing works, I'm moving to Florida.
Nice. Okay.
I was like,
Is it gonna be
I
a
was like,
big
what-
one or what?
well, I was telling him, I was like, you already did like what I'm trying to do with Hannah. Like, you already bought a house and you're renting it out. Like, why aren't you continuing to do that? And might as well go do it in a profitable state like Florida. Like go continue to try to do that.
Well,
He'd probably get rid of that house, wouldn't he? You should
No,
have sold it. You should sell it right now. The
no.
market's still up. Sell it. Get rid of it.
it's kind of messed up being a landlord where you don't live next to the place. I don't know what you do. You have to pay somebody.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm thinking. That's
You
what
would
I'm
have
saying.
to. Well, you would have to pay somebody maybe to manage it. But I mean,
bro.
it's just same thing as like, like he would only have to if the tenant complained, all he has or needed something fixed, all he had to do is just call an agent, a plumbing agency or whatever, go have it fixed, and then he'd pay for it.
Probably his dad.
Or his dad. Yeah.
Probably call his
You know
dad.
what
His
though?
dad's probably like, Aaron, you better start getting some of the profits. Bullshit.
I had no idea. Bat just told me this literally last week. He just told me that he's been living in Brimfield since like January with his parents.
They moved?
His parents sold his house.
Yeah, I didn't either. He just told me this.
Dude, I
I-
never
I
talked
was
to
like-
that.
I was like, hold on. I moved in April. Literally the entire time, I'm thinking you still lived in your parents' house in Metamore. And you moved into Brimfield in fucking January?
Yeah. Why? Wow.
What? How did I not know about this? I just feel like we're not even friends anymore. You just didn't tell me that you're
Why Brimfield?
moved.
Of all places.
I have no idea.
It's more country.
What?
So just more country out there? Like why? Why Brimfield?
Well, I don't know.
Do his parents work in Peoria?
Yeah, I think so. I had no idea. It was weird. Ah,
Signs not gonna leave me alone.
Playtime.
It's food time.
I
I got Ton Lin waiting for me.
oh nice.
Dude,
I got rice.
I'll be eating rice, but there'll be some delicious spicy lemongrass chicken on top of that rice.
Nice. Dan's got only rice.
Yeah, find something to put with it.
Put some sugar on it.
So Weston, actually, well, I guess it's kind of news for everybody, but it affects Weston mostly. So Hannah and I might have our first place
Nice.
that we're gonna sign, and ironically, it's in Peoria.
What?
Yeah, running up there to fucking check up on it and shit.
Yeah, well, she found somebody who, because she's in a big Facebook group that has all these people that are doing Airbnb and rental arbitrage and stuff like that. So she got connected and networked with this one girl that she's from Seattle, Washington. She got networked with her like months ago, like last year sometime.